In the journal People and Place, which is a publication covering human and environmental affairs, I recently pointed out that no one can provide a successful example of a high-density policy implementation. The first fallacy relates to transport. The high-density planners urge that the planning of Australian cities should emulate that of European cities, such as Paris, Copenhagen, Stockholm and Vienna. Then we will abandon our cars, they say, and use public transport. Firstly, the statistics are available to show that the proportion of public transport journeys in denser European cities is not substantially different from that of Sydney. Secondly, if we look at the trends in public transport, they are nearly all down right around the world. During the period 1985 to 1995, public transport use in Hamburg was down 26%. Copenhagen was down 12%. In Sydney, in spite of more than a decade of urban densification, public transport percentage share is down by 12%. What's more, the services now are fewer and slower than they were in the 1940s. It's also surprising to see that the average journey time to work has increased in dense cities, not the other way around. Would you believe that Sydney now has travel times that are worse than those in Los Angeles? In addition to fast deteriorating public transport, it's clear to everyone that Sydney has a shocking road system. Just look at our freeway capacity compared to other cities. Way below that of Hong Kong, Singapore, Barcelona, Athens, Paris, Toronto, Milan and Tokyo. To get public transport to be used for most journeys, exceedingly high densities are required. Hong Kong is the only place where this has happened. Hong Kong's density, which is the highest in the world, results in such severe traffic congestion that travelling by car is just not an option for most people. And it's shocking to think that to attain the density of Hong Kong, all of Sydney would have to be jam-packed into an area within a radius of 5 kilometres around Central Station. Do we really have to live like this? Why, Ted, I ask you?
The second fallacy relates to infrastructure costs. Government tells us that high density is good for the economy and that it will save on infrastructure costs for roads and other utilities. Well, the economy of New South Wales, after more than a decade of urban densification, is not really that crash hot, is it? New South Wales, with the highest rate of urban densification, now has the worst performing economy in Australia, with the highest unemployment rate and the highest taxes. It's becoming blindingly obvious that high density, retrofitted into existing suburbs, overloads infrastructure and merely postpones expenditure. Increased traffic also necessitates costly road maintenance. As we've experienced in Sydney recently, power supplies are failing, leaving people in the dark, and these systems have to be upgraded. Upgrading old systems by digging up roads, avoiding pipes and interfacing with our data technology costs a lot more than starting from scratch, like with these 11 kilovolt cables that they're having to put in. It's a completely idiotic approach.
What other infrastructure problems have you identified, Tony?
I'll tell you another interesting bit of information in relation to infrastructure. The authorities kept very quiet about a $10 million plus sewer that had to be installed. Would you believe that the $10 million sewer didn't solve the problem? A few months ago, children were forced to walk past toilet paper, and even worse, in this street. Chatswood has been plagued with dozens of sewage spills. This is a result of retrofitting high density into suburbs designed for lower densities. Those responsible should have their noses rubbed in it.
That's absolutely appalling, Tony.
Yes, it certainly is. The infrastructure of our suburbs was designed for the density of dwellings built decades ago. add more people, and you must overload the sewers, overload our roads, overload the electricity grid, and most critically, overload our water supply. It's a disgrace.
Okay, I'd agree that it's easy to recognise that our infrastructure is overloaded. I can't believe how short-sighted so many people have been. But what about the environmental problems?